Today you will be assigned to read 2 Samuel chapter 13, 14, and 15. Those for some will be challenging chapters to read because they address some very difficult situations in the family of David. I think chapter 13 will deal with the whole rape of his daughter Tamar. And then you're going to deal with the whole thing of Absalom and how Absalom wants to kill David. So those verses will be challenging as relates to family issues. I'm not going to address so much all of those situations today because sometimes what God does is he tucks away into a story something that we would read but not pay a whole lot of attention to. There is a passage in 2 Samuel chapter 15, and it starts around verse number 20. I want to read it. It says, "Whereas thou camest but yesterday, should I this day make thee go up and down with us? Seeing I go whither I may, return thou, and take back thy brethren. Mercy and truth be with thee." And Ittai answered the king and said, "As the Lord liveth, and as my lord the king liveth, surely in what place my lord the king shall be, whether in death or life, even there also will thy servant be." We don't pay much attention to this individual, Ittai. And I want to title this devotional, "Be the Ittai You Are Looking For." Now, I'll explain who Ittai is, but be the Ittai that you're looking for, because this is at a time when David is running or having to deal with Absalom trying to kill him. And David has fled Jerusalem again. The whole chapter deals with Absalom's rebellion. But while David is fleeing, there's this stranger. His name is Ittai, spelled Ittai. Ittai is his name. He's a stranger. He comes to David and he commits to supporting David in a time when David is in a most difficult crisis. David's life is on the line. And just from out of nowhere, this stranger, Ittai, comes to lend support to David. David even tells Ittai, "You don't have to do this. Go back to your people. Don't keep following me because it's dangerous." But Ittai says to David in that 21st verse, he answered the king and said, "As the Lord liveth, and as my lord the king liveth, surely in what place my lord the king shall be, whether in death or life, even there also thy servant will be." He's saying, whatever happens, if it's life or death, I'm going to stay with you. I'm going to be loyal to you. I'm not going to abandon you. I know that this is a serious situation, and I know that your life and my life are in danger, but I'm going to be with you. I'm going to stay with you. Loyalty is what he's expressing. Very few times we find loyalty. That's why I entitled this devotional, Be the Ittai that you're looking for. So rather than us so consistently looking for people to be loyal to us, let's learn to be loyal to other people. There's something very interesting about this person, Ittai. He had no real reason except he had the right heart. Loyalty is a choice, not a convenience. That's one of the things that I see there as we talk about Ittai and being the Ittai that we want others to be to us. Sometimes we abandon loyalty because it's inconvenient and it puts us in danger. Well, that's not loyalty. Loyalty is a choice. And there are times when we as a people need to make a intentional decision that this individual right here needs someone to stand by them. They need someone to be with them. They're not in the best of times, they're in the worst of times. Ittai was not obligated to stay with David, but he saw something in David that made him commit, even when it was costly. We got to be the Ittai that we want. We got to see something in people and say, I will be with you. I know of various individuals that have, that I've had to hang around and stay around in the midst of them being in very difficult situations. Now, did it backfire on me? In some cases, it did. But there were other cases where it did not. You can't expect that every time you be loyal to someone, that they're going to automatically be loyal to you. But you continue to be Ittai. Be the kind of friend and the kind of leader who chooses to stay even when others walk away. Ask yourself, are you someone that others can depend on to be with them no matter what? Are you the kind of person that flees with others, that abandons people just because things don't look so bright and shiny? It's a choice. Loyalty is a choice. It's not a convenience. And another thing that I see about Ittai is that his loyalty to David was in a time when David was in his most difficult crisis. Ittai didn't show up in moments of triumph. Everybody comes around you when there's triumph and victory. Everybody's your buddy. Everybody's your friend. Everybody's your ace when you are triumphant and victorious. But Ittai showed up in David's tears. Oh, you've got many sunshiny friends. But where are your dark friends? Where are those friends that are there in your darkest days? And we are to become the Ittai that we choose. Do we stick with people in their darkest of times? True loyalty is not proven in the palace. It's proven in the pit. Be the Ittai that you want others to be. The last thing that I want to bring out as it relates to Ittai, be what you're waiting for. No, that's the title of my whole devotional, but I'm going to reiterate it. Be what you're looking for. Sometimes we have a tendency to cry, where is my Ittai? Where is my loyal people? Where are those that that should be loyal to me. But it may be that the Spirit is prompting us to be the Ittai for someone else. And there are going to be people today, you don't have to know a person to be their Ittai. You don't have to have a relationship with them to be an Ittai. It may be somebody that's just standing in the grocery store, fumbling through their wallet because they don't have enough to pay for their groceries. You can be loyal. You can be an Ittai even then. Ittai didn't know David. He just kind of popped up in David's life when David needed encouragement, when David needed loyalty, when David needed somebody to stand with him. Ittai stood. Be the Ittai that you're looking for.